All right, we'll call the meeting to order. It was properly posted on September 1st, and our prayer and pledge will be led by Commissioner Ray Vaughn.
Please bow with me. Good morning, Heavenly Father. Thank you so much for giving us another day. Help us to use it wisely. You bless us in so many ways, Father. Please help us not to take those for granted. We appreciate them so much. Thank you for the opportunities we have to assist the public. Help us to always keep them first and foremost in our minds as to what our responsibilities are. Be with our people that work in Oklahoma County. Help them to assist in the ways that they are designed to do so. Protect them, watch over them, especially those in the field. Be with all of our families while we're here. And Father, we ask your blessings upon this country. Be with its leadership at all levels of government. Help us to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. Father, thank you again for your Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us. These things we pray through his name. Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay. Got it? I understand. We're just at the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 30th?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
5 through 11 are the consent docket items, which includes, again, a number of items from the sheriff's cleaning up of the inventory. I have one question on that. Have we, like, on these items, what does this mean that we're surplusing for, can you mind, Mr. Scuda, does it mean they've been manually inspected, or we just have to say we can't find it, or what does this mean?
All of these items are things the auditor said they were unable to locate during that process. In conversations with the clerk's office, there is a process that once these items are identified, they can be re-added back to the inventory, and that would be the process in which we would take if they are found.
So these have been found and now... No,
sir. These are all the ones the audit said were not located.
Okay.
But there is a avenue to go down. Say item XYZ is located in a cabinet down in the basement. At a later date, it can be re-added back to the inventory. So this is just the removal of what the auditor said they could not find. And we've added a very rigorous inventory control since the audit has been working fairly well for us.
Okay. I think Mr. Hooten wanted to say something about that.
We've been very pleased to work with the Sheriff's Office and help with this. Just so everyone understands, these were a large amount of items, and there are about 3,000 items that have to be done. We're not yet, and so we're doing as many as we possibly can each week. It was asked that we do them all in 1 week. We couldn't physically do that because it can't be done. So just to let you all know, this seems like a lot. It's going to be a lot for a while because we still have a lot to go through. So I just don't want anyone thinking that this is the end, because we're just getting started. But we are very pleased in working with the Sheriff's Office and helping them to get this stuff off dispose of it properly.
So we're only talking about 350 items today?
I didn't go through it.
Okay.
I think we did 200 last week, and I would guess something around, and then just so that you know, it'll be a total of around 3,000 at the end.
Okay.
Well, other questions?
Well, it's probably good that we're spreading it out. That way all the newspapers will get advantage, you know, from having to print this. Don't get me started.
Go on, get started.
No. Does no good.
You moved it, okay, and you
Second.
second. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all for your answers. District 3, item 12.
Mr. Chairman, this is the first document of what may be a few that deals with the committee that Vera got started. This is the Bennett Committee that has been meeting, and there are a number of our representatives and representatives from the cities of Edmond, Midwest City, and Oklahoma City that are on that committee. They have put together this agreement, which we're calling an interlocal agreement, because that's what the statutes call it, where Oklahoma City, Edmond, Midwest City, and the county are basically creating a Oklahoma County Criminal Justice Advisory Council. This will be an advisory body entirely, but it will have the membership as set out in the agreement that will be able to come together and raise issues regarding the judicial justice system throughout the county from start to finish. And part of what they will be recommending are things that we've already started to implement by putting our court services people in the jail on weekends. That has already proven to be a very successful tool in helping us control our population over there and ultimately our costs. And so again, this is the first step. I hope you've had an opportunity to review it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them.
So our part's gonna be 100,000?
Be 150. We haven't, obviously since it has not been created, we don't have a budget. But they were estimating a budget of like 300,000. And our share would be 50%. Oklahoma City would bear the somewhere around the 40-something, and that Edmond and Midwest City would be in the 4 and 5% range of the actual costs of the operation of this council. There will be some expense because there is expected to be a person that will oversee, like the gentleman from Vera, Alex Roth, has been here at the expense of the chamber. So this will be created. There will be a person hired to manage this entity, and there may be some other incidental expenses in staffing.
So we do 150, which is the approximate half of it, but we get one vote out of 19.
One vote as far as the commissioner. Now, of course, the district attorney and other members of the county are
I guess the court clerk.
Are on the council.
But it's not like ACOG where we carry a pocket of proxies when we represent and get the vote, or Oklahoma City gets a larger number of votes because they're bearing the larger amount of cost.
No, and I've raised some of the issues that you're
I'm
thinking
not trying
about.
to shoot holes
That's
through it,
all right.
I'm just
No.
asking.
This needs to be thought through.
I just know it's easy to spend other people's money, and when they get a chance to vote or who they want to hire or things like that, and we're bearing the cost of it, I just hate kind of losing some of that control.
I understand. Well, we have the opportunity, to get out if we choose to, but that hopefully won't occur. I think we will see, and that we have already seen from what we've just implemented through our court services department, we will see savings that will far outweigh anything we would be asked to spend in this.
So do you see this coming from those savings,
Yes.
this 150,000?
Yes, and that at some point, I don't think he's ready to do it today, but at some point, I would ask Grant to kind of give you an overview of what has happened already just in one facet that's come out of this meeting, which is the fact that we've put court services employees in the jail on weekends. We've got a judge that's willing to arraign and set bonds on weekends. That alone has saved us hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars.
So you're saying that this would come out of those savings at the of the sheriff's budget, or are you thinking
Well,
out of the reserve fund?
The sheriff is funded out of general funds, so, I mean, jail operations funded out of general funds, so yeah, it'll save.
Because you're needing, I mean, they're gonna need this money before the end of this fiscal year, right?
It depends on how quickly we can get it going, but I would hope so, yes.
Okay.
It would have to come out of our reserve at this point, whatever we, would need for it.
Okay. Any questions? No?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I'll be happy then to approve, or to, move item 12.
Okay, sorry. If you had,
No, second.
all right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Benefits and retirement, we need to approve the, Mass Mutual 457 plan. This was approved by the Retirement Board on August 28th. And also the Administrative Services Agreement between Mass Mutual and the county, which was also approved by the Retirement Board on the 28th.
Move for it.
Second.
Both items.
Yes.
Yes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
County Clerk, Mr. Hooton. Got some good news coverage the last couple of days.
Yes, actually, the reporter that started all that was at the meeting last week and actually interviewed me after the meeting, and so that's what got Channel 4 interested. But if it's all right, what we'd like to do is show the commissioners a short video that kind of explains the website in question, and then we can discuss names or directing or whatever you'd like. Hold on, so give us a second.
Introducing the Oklahoma County Clerk's new online record search, fast and accurate with convenient desktop and mobile searches. Search live real estate documents from your home, business, or on the go. Search by name, document type, date, and more. No more trips downtown. View unofficial copies on any computer or mobile device. No login or credit card information required. And official copies can be purchased as well. Fill your cart, check out, enter your credit card information, and official copies are available for immediate download. Access all Oklahoma County information from one single location. County clerk documents have live connections to the tax assessor, court clerk, and treasurer. Are you in oil and gas? Need documents on the go? Search live records with up-to-the-minute document recording. Available from your desktop or any mobile device. Because records are live, you can get instant updates and search current records. See your documents recorded in real time. Digital plats are also available free of charge. Download them before you head out or view them from the work site. Banks and financing companies love the live UCC records. Whether researching tax liens or collateral, the answers are just a click away. Interested in ancestry? Search documents back to statehood. The latest technology, brought to you by David B. Hooton, Oklahoma County Clerk.
And again, what we're talking about is this would be operating under oklahomacounty.org, the umbrella, which is all the websites. This is nothing more than just a director of directing traffic. And again, something that this didn't mention that I think is very interesting is that when it goes live, it's voice activated, so whomever wants to talk into their phone, they can actually ask for what they want, and it would come up and show them what they need. And they don't have to be able to type. They don't have to be able to spell Oklahoma County. They don't have to be able to do any of that. They can just do it. So for people with disabilities, it would be a great plus.
Questions?
I don't have any questions, but I just have to, if they can't read it, I mean, if they can't write it, they sure can't read it.
No, but but if you say it like you want to say your name and say search so and so, it would still come up and then it would show it on their cell phone.
I'm just being silly.
Okay.
You know, how does a person that can't write read?
Well, I was speaking more for people that are with blindness or things like that.
Don't pay me any attention, Mr. Hooten. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. That's my willow thing this morning.
Okay.
David, I just had one question about your video. Currently, if someone goes on your website and locates their deed and wants to print a copy of that, they can do that. And as I recall, it doesn't have any watermark on it, like unofficial. Do you remember?
Yes, it
does. I've printed a lot of stuff off there. I don't remember that. Okay, I was just
right.
curious.
And now, just so the part that's hosted right now from hosting this is hosted out of a company in Virginia, and what I'm asking to do is host it here in the county, and it can be done at no cost to the county, and there are MIS people here if you'd like to ask them any questions about it.
Okay. I would kind of like to see us not use the watermark, because I don't think we use it on court records or.
As far as if they're purchasing purchasing an official document, then there would be no watermark. There would be a code on the bottom. But if they're looking at it, the watermark is there to protect you, let everyone know that's an unofficial document. And that's, as far as I know, any documents I've seen in any of these presentations or anything from the first day I got here, anything unofficial has a watermark that says unofficial. But if you
okay, that's something we can take a look at.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions or?
You guys got any?
I'd like to hear from our IT department, just either Rich or Dane, either one.
Morning.
Morning.
If you're waiting for a question,
Yeah, I am.
what do you think about? Is this something you guys can handle as far as it working compatibly with your department?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, bringing it in-house is, I think, a good idea. Save the county a lot of money.
Okay. And I'll just go ahead and ask you then as well on the OKCC.online, that's something that will work with our system fine, I suppose.
It would. It's just a name.
Okay.
It's just a case of creating the zone in our records
Okay.
and making the world know it's here.
Any other comments you would like to give us? Okay.
Not really.
All right. Rich, anything?
No, I was just making sure that if you guys had any other questions and they didn't have the answer, I wanted to make sure I was up here too.
You guys have looked at it. You're
Yes.
fine with it.
It
Operates.
Yes.
It is.
It's not a.
Like Dane said, it is a better idea to have it in-house. It keeps it. It saves the county money, and it keeps it behind. It keeps it behind our technology, which is, especially in the question of control, definitely better.
Okay. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
All right.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And now with item 16, this is to approve the resolution for the donation of the domain name okcc.online from Mr. Hooten to Oklahoma County.
Move the item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for your donation. Item 17 is the renewal agreement with is it Granicus. Is there a motion?
Move to approve it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
District Attorney for the tort claim of county commissioners against the state of Oklahoma regarding the risk management claim for Department of Corrections. Do you have anything you want to say about that?
You all may recall that this was a tort claim that the county actually filed against the state for damage to a county-owned vehicle, specifically a sheriff's office transport van that was damaged at the Department of Corrections when a DOC gate closed on our van. We submitted our tort claim. We submitted multiple estimates. I believe our lowest estimate that we submitted was in the ballpark of $800. They actually paid us more than our lowest estimate and paid us at the mid-range estimate. And so it would certainly be my recommendation that we accept it.
Move with it.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
19 is an application for grant funds.
Move the item.
David, did you want to say anything about it?
Annual special revenue.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. IT, Jane, you want to walk us through these items?
Absolutely. The first one is for MidCon. We need to get more power run to the rack for the Cisco UCS. It's kind of a power hog, if you will. And by default, MidCon sells a rack with only so much power. This requires more, so we need to amend that contract and get increased power. This is for the disaster recovery.
Is there a motion?
Yes, move with approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next one is for the, as per the agreement, the MOU between MIS and OSU extension. This is to add on the OMES circuit, so that falls under our contract and our umbrella.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. And Social Services has 23 and 22, and it's the renewal agreement with Youth Services. Board's already approved the grant, but this is the payment, as I understand. Is that right, Christy?
These are for these two agencies, these are the contracts that go with what's already been approved. Okay. And I just wanted to add, one of them is Youth Services and the other is Senior Nutrition. Senior Nutrition came and talked with us last week, and we had talked before when we were deliberating how to allocate these funds. They're such hard decisions. We had talked in our meeting about how hard our agencies have been hit and how critical these funds really are to them. Senior Nutrition has taken a hit of $200,000 and have had to make some really, really difficult decisions about which meal sites they're able to keep open, which people at home who are homebound and receiving the home-delivered meals, which is what we fund. There's just not enough to do it all, and the funds that we're able to provide, they're just so thankful for. So I wanted to just mention that, how vital these funds are to these agencies, and to say thank you so much.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christie.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Move the claim.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
No change to the blanket?
Move the blanket.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any citizens to be heard? Seeing none, Commissioner comments, District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I neglected to mention last week, and I hope I don't forget it from here on, to compliment John Wilkerson. He's not even here, on his work with IML. I have had to use that service this last 2 weeks, and it has been marvelous. I mean, if I come out of there without scratching my head, then you know it's all right. And they're courteous. They take good care of you and refer you to good people and all of that. So I want to compliment him and let everybody know we got a good deal here. So use it, please.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's all.
I appreciate y'all's support of the work that's being done by the VERA group and by the committees that have been put together. I think it's going to lead to some real good changes. And I would also point you back, I think it was maybe the week before this last Sunday, but 60 Minutes had probably a 20 minute or so report on the Cook County Jail in Chicago, one of the largest jails in the country. I think it is the largest. And they are implementing some of the same things that we're talking about and finding great success in doing so. So I'm very optimistic that we're going to be able to not only help our people without putting anyone else at risk, and also save the taxpayers of Oklahoma County a lot of money with some of the things that have been talked about and are now being implemented voluntarily. So I really appreciate your support. If you ever have any questions about any of this stuff, just feel free to
We can talk to you.
talk to my deputy, Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah.
He'll be here. He's back there.
Okay.
See him back there waving? You didn't recognize him because he's in a coat and tie.
And he looks pretty.
He looks pretty. Well, I won't go that far. Anyway, thank you.
Okay. I would just like to mention, for those who knew her, Pam Went, who had been the administrative assistant for District 2 through 3 commissioners, passed away this weekend, and so our thoughts and prayers are with her family. She served for several years here. Okay. Any new business? If not, is there a motion to recess into executive session?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ready?
Yes.
Is there a motion to return to regular session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion on the remaining item?
Mr. Chairman, on item 30, which we have discussed in executive session, I would move that we authorize payment up to $893.47, which was the amount of the one and only estimate that was submitted to us for consideration. I would also recommend that in the pursuit of prudence on behalf of the taxpayers, that we ask the tort claimant to get 2 more estimates and submit them to us. And if both of them exceed this amount, then we would just pay this amount. If one is lower than this amount, we would pay the lower amount. So we're approving up to $893.47.
Okay. Well, we are.
Second.
All in favor? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.